so much for coming here today. I have so many questions. What are NFTs and why is everyone talking about them?
So NFTs are units of data stored in a blockchain.
A blockchain is a growing list of records, called blocks, that are securely linked together using cryptography. Blockchains are resistant to modification because data in any given block cannot be altered without altering all subsequent blocks.
The blockchain provides transparent and unequivocally true answers to questions such as who's the creator of that piece of art, for example, who was the past owner, who was the chain of past owners, what was the previous prices. We didn't have this for digital objects in particular. We have this for physical objects in very complicated way, though. Think about a flat, we were like, you have registers, you have a solicitor that needs to guarantee this was yours and you are transacting. Of course, in the real world, whether this will be viable or not depends on regulation, but for digital images or digital objects, this is a sort of revolution.
That really helps me understand why people care about these things. They've always cared about art anyway. Are there some other examples you can give me about of NFTs?
NFTs, I can give you the example of CryptoPunks.
Yeah.
Maybe many people have seen them, these pixelated images, part of a collection of CryptoPunks. So each one has their own feature. They wear a mask, few wear a mask or a different hat. Yeah. And they are selling now for $250,000 or $300,000 each.
Yeah.
Because they also offer access to a community of owners of that. So it's also a membership club. There is always this double thing of ownership and membership. Or gaming industry. In the gaming industry, you can imagine that when you slay a monster, and you get a sword out of it, yes. Now you're the owner of it. So you can sell it, for example. Yes. So the teenager that has a lot of time can sell it to a professional who doesn't have a lot of time but want to play.
Clever. How easy is it for scammers to take advantage of weaknesses in the system?
NFTs lend themselves to scams in many ways. The first one is very easy to understand. So when I am the creator of an image, I can create then an NFT and sell you the NFT that says that you are the owner of that image. Now, if I'm really the creator of that image, that's fine. If I'm not the creator of the image, I'm scamming you. For example, I could easily create a real NFT that says that is associated to the Mona Lisa. And then I say, hey, look, I painted the Mona Lisa, buy my NFT. Now, of course, in the case of Mona Lisa, you would detect that. Maybe, hopefully. But in case of digital images, it's very difficult to assess whether I'm stealing it from someone else or not. This is one possibility. Another possibility has been scam in terms of identity. There have been collectives producing NFTs, leveraging a lot on their identity, and then the identity was not true. For example, there have been fake collectives of black people with Black Lives Matter in 2021, and then the creators were white people that took random pictures from online. The other side of the scams is money laundering. So I create an NFT anonymously. Then I create a wallet in which I say, no, that's my wallet. Hey, everyone, that's my wallet. The second wallet, the public one, creates a digital image, very ugly one. And then with the money I have earned illicitly, I use my anonymous wallet to buy that NFT for 1 million. And now I can say I'm a big artist. I just sold for 1 million my NFT. So I pay taxes on that and that's cleaned. It is not obvious also how to regulate it because of the flexibility. Because these are programmable contracts in the end. You can write inside of them many things. So, to stay safe, you can decide and buy on more recognized marketplaces, for example. This gives you a certain guarantee, but even there, the scam we were mentioning before, in which I copy a piece of art of someone else and I sell it to you, that remains possible.
Yeah. Does that mean that we should foresee the bubble bursting, or are you a bit more hopeful?
I think there's been a lot of enthusiasm for NFTs, so I would expect personally a correction based on what we have seen, several times in other domains. Crypto is a closer domain. It's interesting what happens if there is a correction, because these are non-fungible, so they are intrinsically different from one another. And so while with cryptos we have had bubbles where every crypto more or less lost, at least the big ones, say 30%. Nobody's happy, but you remain with 70%. With NFTs you don't know what happens, so will all collections lose more or less 30%, or will the big one stay stable or even increase and the small one go to zero, absolute zero, and so you lose everything? Because in the end you find yourself owning a JPEG. It's not even owning the concept of a JPEG, because everyone can of course copy it. So yes,
it's you've got to suspend belief.
But art is all like this.
True.
Art is all
we
like
say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Excellent.
So with that in mind, suspending belief, 5 years time, 10 years time, what does the NFT market look like?
I wish I knew and I would become super rich, but I do think NFTs are here to stay.
Yes.
Because we are definitely, I don't know if we are moving in a metaverse. Personally, I'm not looking forward to it, but we are moving more and more in a life online. And so owning things online can be important. In the metaverse, we have seen advertised very recently, there is no concept of ownership. So who's the owner of that? Everything is owned by the platform. Let's imagine we get to a point in which we will want to hang out also virtually in a more realistic way, in a bar like this. Who knows? Yeah. but if we do, NFTs are the perfect tool, or their evolution. Now it's difficult to anticipate. I'm not saying that they will stay as they are. To, for example, hang out in a bar owned by someone, where the music created by someone is played and that artist will get a little bit of royalty. But in any case, I think they're to stay also because status in the digital world is important. There has been a Art Basel, which is a great fair for art, and people were going around with their iWatch with their CryptoPunk on it. So basically you were showing, you don't have anymore the Rolex, like you have a digital thing showing the image.
I also want to know, if you were given £1 million, what would you put on your, what would you buy and put on your watch?
I don't own any NFTs. And
you don't own any NFTs? I
don't own any NFTs, so I don't have any conflict of interest when I do my papers on NFTs.
Clever.
But also because I'm a little bit risk averse in general. So we have a paper in preparation at this point, and we have signals that if you want to own something as investment, you should go for a rare one in an established collection, and the expected return on investment can be good. So this is a very non-poetic way of seeing the NFTs, because I would see it as an investment. Otherwise, there are many charities selling NFTs as a straightforward way of crowdfunding without intermediaries. So that's certainly something I would check. And actually, I would probably check. I already checked.
Spend half your million on that. Half your million on.
Oh no, return of investment. Not a saint.
Yeah. Well, let's get started and have a look what we can find online. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Me.
My pleasure.
What a fantastic education I've just had. I hope everyone else has too.
Thank you. Bye.